Hi everyone, it's Sharon. I wanted to show you an album I made. I've been watching a tutorial by a girl named Susie, and her YouTube name is CreativeCafeGirl, and I'll put the link below for her channel. She made this really great album using Graphic 45, and I didn't want to use up my Graphic 45. I don't have very much of the Halloween in Wonderland, and I thought it was a little too sophisticated for my great nephew, and so I dug up this old paper that I had that I got at Michael's. It is K & Company Halloween paper, and it's by a designer named Jen Yanuk, and I didn't have any embellishments that went with this, so I used some other little embellishments, and I cracked open my Cricut, which I haven't used in over a year, because I said to myself, well, if I'm not going to use it, then I'm going to sell it, and if I don't find a good use for, this investment, then I'm going to probably wind up selling it. But I did have a lot of fun with it, and I think I'm going to be using it to make some cards this year. And so this, I put my own spin on this album. Susie's album, she used 6x9 envelopes, and she used policy envelopes, but I didn't have any, and so I used cardstock instead, because other than one policy envelope, she really just used them as pages and not pockets. So I just made mine out of cardstock. The cover is cut by, this sentiment is cut out of the paper itself, because like I said, I didn't have any embellishments, so I cut this out of it. And the album is 6x9, and the front cover, however, is 5.5x9, but it has a flap that opens here. And I used a Ravenwood Manor frame from last year and made a journaling spot on my computer and framed and matted it, and I made two mats here like Susie did in hers, and I cut this out on my Cricut. This is chenille from an adornments, EK Success adornments set of fibers from last year or the year before, I don't remember. So that's the cover, and I have a little jack-o'-lantern jingle bell that I got in a rack from a friend, my friend Sharon, and I used one of those little skull guys from the dollar store. On this side, I just used this image from the paper, and I wanted this to be a real clean, if you will, a clean look, and I didn't want to adorn it too much. It's for my niece. She's not a scrapbooker, and I think that she would like the clean lines of it without a bunch of glitter and things like that. And I like it too. That helps. So this is just a flap that holds these two tags, and I cut this out on my Cricut, this spider from my October 31st cartridge, and this is a journaling spot, and I used the two little cutouts. These two little cutouts are from Martha Stewart Corner Punch, the Bat Punch, and I just glued them on there. Actually, this was for another project, but I didn't want to waste it, so I stuck it on there, and I put power tape down here so you can tuck a picture behind there. And here's this is a cauldron that I cut out of my Cricut too, and a mat, and this is really cute little bat ribbon from last year. I got this at Michael's. This was the Recollections collection of Halloween fibers and ribbons. And this part here was where Susie used the policy envelope. And since she didn't use it as an envelope or as a place to put a tag, I just made mine out of cardstock. and her pages themselves were 6x9 envelopes, but what I did was I doubled over some 12x12 cardstock and glued it together, and the page is very strong. Of course, with the other paper on it too, it made it even stronger. So it's almost like chipboard. It's so thick you can almost hear it. These are 2 tags. Like this, of course I cut out on my October 31st cartridge from my Cricut, and this is from my home decor, and they both have the same paper as a mat. I like to use a 1/8 inch, or actually it's a 1/16 of an inch around my mats. I like that look. For the most part, that's what I did. Probably 99% of them are like that. The next page is, this is just a pocket, if you will. It doesn't open on the bottom. This is where Susie made used a policy envelope and used it as a pocket. But since I didn't have any, if I get to Hobby Lobby, I will get some black ones and make one for it, or I might leave it like this. But I made this on my computer. Susie made hers on her computer, so I made mine on the computer. It was really easy, and I printed it out on orange cardstock. And I'm going to stop here because my memory card is going to be full in about 15 seconds, and I'll add on. Okay, I'm back, and on the next page there are 2 little books of photo mats, and there's a cover and 5 mats in each one, and one is going, one's portrait and one's landscape, and here's the back, and a place for a picture and stuff like that. And these are 2 chipboard album pieces from the dollar bin at Michael's that I got probably a couple of years ago. Actually, I think I got it for like a penny. And I cut this moon and this spider out on my October 31st cartridge. And on the back, what I did was I cut the paper and made it look like, I'm sorry, I have to lay this down, and it's a big album. So, I put the 2 pieces together and cut them in between, so it kind of looked like a sort of a continuous image of that page. This page doesn't have any mats or pockets. I cut this out of the designer paper. It had other sentiments on it, and I didn't want to reuse the Happy Halloween, but all the other sentiments were cut off. It didn't say trick or treat in a straight line, and I couldn't even paste it together, so I just used it again. And so anyway, there's I used another one of the Ravenwood Manor frames, and I don't know, that might not be Ravenwood Manor. It might have been the other Recollections Halloween collection from last year. But anyway, who cares? Anyway, and I cut this 31 out on my Cricut on the Plantain School Book cartridge. And there's 2 missing tags. Oh well, I'm missing 2 tags. Oh, I know. I was putting journaling spots on them, but there's 2 tags that go in there. I didn't use actual number 8 shipping tags. I made them out of cardstock and covered them and put some images from my Cricut. Darn it, I'm sorry. And this is the last page, and this is a little mat, and it's up on Pop Dots, and I made this tag, and this is of course Stampin' Up! Tab Punch, and I made another journaling spot with my computer, and this is a photo mat that is intentionally crooked, and this is intentionally crooked also, so everything looks kind of kooky. And the back cover, this was kind of an accident. This is one of the things that drives me crazy about the Cricut. I cut this bat out on my either the pumpkin carving or the October 31st cartridge, and I selected a 2-inch bat, and this is the size bat I got. It's 2 inches. It's 2 inches this way. I wanted it 2 inches this way. So that's my little book, and if you want to see Susie's tutorial in her book, you got to see her book. Her book is really nice. You can click on it below. Thanks for watching, everyone, and have a good day. Bye. And here's the tags that I made. I just finished them when I was off camera. It's a little Cricut cutout. It's like a tombstone, and I put a tab, McGill tab punch thing there with a purple journaling spot on the back. And these are 3 1/4 by 6 1/4, just like a number 6 shipping tag, but I just made them out of cardstock. And here's the other tag. This is what I did was I used the negative of the jack-o'-lantern and just took out the eyes and the nose and the mouth and glued that on there to make it look like kind of like a ghosty kind of thing. And I'll put some fibers or something on the whole. And the back is a chartreuse screen journaling spot. And the dogs are going crazy. And thanks for watching. Bye.